It's Holy Thursday, the Thursday before Easter. And tonight's going to be when Jesus and the disciples had the Last Supper. And after the Last Supper, Jesus went to the garden at Gethsemane to pray, which is at the foot of Mount of Olives. I wanted to read you that little bit. In Luke 22:39 through 46. Then, accompanied by the disciples, Jesus left the upstairs room and went, as usual, to the Mount of Olives. There he told them, "Pray that you will not give in to temptation." He walked away about a stone's throw and knelt down and prayed, "Father, if you are willing, please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine." Then an angel from heaven appeared and strengthened him. He prayed more fervently, and he was in such agony of spirit that his sweat fell to the ground like great drops of blood. At last he stood up again and returned to the disciples, only to find them asleep, exhausted from grief. "Why are you sleeping?" he asked them. "Get up and pray, so that you will not give in to temptation." And this, when he's at the garden and he's praying, and he's asking God to take his cup of suffering. He's asking him. He knows what's coming. God is fully human. Jesus is fully human and fully God, and he's scared. He's fearful. He's stressed out. He's overwhelmed. He knows what's coming. He's about to be separated from the Father. Bear the sin of the world, and not to mention the emotional pain, the physical pain that's all coming. He's aware of it all, and I can only imagine how scared and stressed out he would be. And he takes that to the Father. He takes that to God, and he asks God that if he can remove it, to please remove it. But he also says, "I want your will to be done, not mine." So he asks for it. He takes it to him. But he's also still going to be obedient, and he is obedient. And he does what God wants him to do and what God has planned for him to do and what needs to be done. But it also says for us that no matter what's going on in our lives, and how overwhelmed and stressed and scared we may be, we can take that to God. We can ask God to help us. We can ask him in any way we want to help us. That doesn't mean he's going to, or that doesn't mean he will in the way that we want him to. And we still have to be obedient. His will, not ours. That's kind of a big deal in life. We can't run the show. It has to be God running the show. But just that little piece here of what's kind of coming, I don't know. I just think it shows Jesus' humanity, and just like what is coming for him and what he's about to do. It's just, man, what happens to him is just, it's not cool. It's just not. But right after this happens, here comes Judas, and that's a video for another time.